You are listening to episode 3 of Turn Coffee into Clients podcast show. And I'm your podcast host, Bella, networking guru, the networking expert and the networking speaker. Event organizers and conferences hire my services as a keynote speaker specializing in business networking. So guys, yes, you can hear my groovy music and I hope you're enjoying it to kickstart your morning, or if it's the evening and you're listening to my podcast show, it's getting you through the evening. So guys, I'm so happy to share my brand new intro music with you. Some of you may know launching a podcast show has been a dream come true for January 2020. During the Christmas of 2019, I kind of hid myself away and researched what is a podcast, how do I launch a podcast show, while everybody was eating mince pies and getting jolly and drinking Baileys or whatever you do at Christmas. I had my notebook, writing content, writing topics, and a strategy on how to launch my podcast show. In this episode, I thought it would be a great idea if I actually share with you life of a networking guru and share a speaking engagement which has the topic on how to approach a group already networking at a networking event, as well how to turn coffee into clients. So guys, let me know what you think about this topic. I really hope you enjoy this speaking engagement. If you have any questions for me, please hit the description box or you can get in touch with me. You can also find me on YouTube searching Bella Networking or other social media. Hope you enjoy my speaking engagement on how to approach a group already networking at a networking event. And I hope to see you next week, guys. It's Bella, networking guru, the networking expert and the networking speaker. That's a really great question, and thank you for being very brave asking that question. So how do you approach a group who are already having a networking conversation in the networking room? So the end goal and the end result is, yes, you want to turn coffee into clients. So I have some good news and some bad news. I like to start with the bad news. When you are creating a networking strategy and you want results from networking, it's always important to start with the bad news and overcome it with your strengths. So when you have difficulties approaching a group already having a networking conversation, I would like to reassure you, if you get it wrong once or twice, it's okay. Because the ultimate goal is how you follow up and whether or not you are able to achieve a coffee follow-up. A coffee follow-up meeting is essential because that is when you are building a relationship in order to turn coffee into clients. So let's picture this. You are at that networking event, you see a group networking, having a wonderful conversation, and you think to yourself, I would like to join this group, but how do I approach? A lot of my clients actually say, when they see the group, they become nervous and their confidence level falls. One of the reasons it's so easy to feel nervous and uncomfortable is because the view of the conversation that they're having seems very jolly, that they're having a good time enjoying networking conversations. And you probably think to yourself, well, how can I enter this conversation? Well, to reassure your nerves, the perception may look like they're having a networking conversation that's filled with joyfulness and happiness, but I've got some good news to tell you. If there's a triangle of 3 people, or there's a group of 4 or more people, I can assure you those networking conversations might look jolly and positive, but every one of those people are just as nervous as you. So when you are approaching that group, Just think about, you are not the only one who is nervous. Now here are a couple of tips that you can actually use tomorrow when you're networking on how to enter that group. The first one is, I made a reference to nerves and feeling uncomfortable. So use that as your asset, just like you would have an asset on a balance sheet. Walk up to the group and actually deliver the sentence. I would like to join your group, but I'm feeling a bit nervous. Is it okay that I join your group? I would love to network with you. I would like to ask you the question, do you think somebody in that group is going to say no? 99.999%, nobody in that group will ever say to you, no, you cannot join our conversation. There are so many advantages for you showing your vulnerability when you join that group. First of all, you may not realize it, but it shows a bit of confidence on your side because they are seeing that you are nervous. And in business, there's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. Vulnerability actually wins. Why does it win? It shows that you're human. And a natural instinct would be the other delegates in the group are going to welcome you. And I can assure you, the number one question they will ask you, what's your name? What's your business? Then the networking conversations will begin on your side. And then before you know it, 30 seconds pass, 60 seconds pass, and you are actually in a networking conversation with that group. If that doesn't work, another tip that I will give you is approach the group and deliver the sentence. I've seen your group network from the bar stand or the canapé stand. It sounds like you guys are having a really great conversation. Can I learn more about what you're discussing and also learn about your business? That's another way to enter the group. It is being direct, but we're here to network. And the winning sentence for networking is always, I'd like to learn more about your business. You have to have a positive mindset when you are trying to master the art of conversation. And this is where the element of bad news does come into play. But where there's bad news, there's good news. You can develop these skills, and mastering the art of conversation in the networking room is essential because you will not achieve turning coffee into clients. If you do not have networking conversations, you will lose out on the opportunity to get to know the delegate a bit more, exchange the business card, to get the business card that has the delegate's contact information to schedule a coffee. So whether we like it or not, there are skills that we have to improve. The other bit of good news is, the more you do this, the better that you become, and the old saying, practice makes perfect. So next time you're networking, why don't you deliberately seek groups that are networking rather than single people who are networking? Because that would encourage you to put yourself out of your comfort zone and keep practicing. Networking is a numbers game, and it's generated by building relationships. So it's important that you master the art of conversation. When you master the art of conversation, you will expand your network. You will build more relationships and have more people in your network. More relationships, more opportunities to grow your business. And those opportunities allow you to build that network and invite for a follow-up and a coffee meeting in order to turn your coffee into clients. So thank you so much for that question. I will stick around if anybody has any other questions. In the meantime, you can follow me on all my social media platforms at Bella Network. Thank you so much for coming along to the seminar on how to turn coffee into clients. You have been listening to episode 3 of Turn Coffee into Clients, and I'm your host, Bella Networking Guru, the networking expert and the networking speaker. I'm sure some of you would love to meet me in person and get your questions answered on how you can grow your business for 2020. Why don't you come along to my upcoming Business Networking Seminar Taster on Monday the 17th of February at 6:30. The nearest tube is St Paul's, London. All you have to do is visit my website, turncoffeeintoclients.com. And guys, do share with other colleagues and entrepreneurs in your network. I look forward to seeing you. There will be a Q&A section where I'll be answering all your questions. In the meantime, do tune in this time next week for another episode of the Bella Networking Podcast Show.